All right, okay, one wave in. All right, hands down. No, we're not getting out of our seats for that, boys. I said one wave. And I said we're done. Seats are back in. All right, and so we said we talked about our 5 senses yesterday. Can someone tell me what are some of our 5 snacks? We had one wave in. We are done. I've had this out multiple times this semester. You know it's just going to sit there. We do not need to worry about it. What were the 5 senses that you talked about yesterday, John? The 5 senses. Sit down, Nathan. Evan? What are one of the 5 senses? I thought your hand was raised.
Taste.
Taste. Taste is one of our 5 senses. Your sense of taste helps you choose what to eat. Taste can tell us what we're eating. Do you think if you had your eyes closed and you put something in your mouth, you might know what it tastes like? Yeah, because you're depending on that sense of taste to know. What else? What is another one, Lindsay?
Seeing.
Seeing was another one. Very good. Let's find that one. Sight. This one says sight. Sight and seeing. Do you think without tasting, you could tell what you're going to eat by looking at it? Yeah? So you don't need all of your senses to do things. This one says your sense of sight helps you learn how things look. You can tell what something is by looking at it. That's 2. What is another one? Shemaya? We're not worried about the computer. Taste, we already said with our mouth we taste. We already went over that one. We did taste. And sight, what's another one? Nick?
Smell.
Smell. Smell is one. Do you think without looking or tasting at something by smelling it, you might be able to tell what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. Not for all things. You might have an idea. You might know if it's sweet or if it's sour or something gross smelling or something good smelling. Smell. Because your sense of smell helps you learn from odor. You're learning from odor. So it's saying our odor is a smell. Something's odor. Put your seat by your table. So our senses are helping us learn. We've done taste, sight, smell. What else? We have 2 more. Ariana?
Hearing.
Hearing. Hearing is another one. We use our ears to hear. Your sense of hearing helped you learn from sounds. So if we wanted to know maybe what we're eating, we kind of shook it around. That might give us an idea. If it was in a bag, we might know if there's lots of it. If something big, something small, it makes no sound. Hearing. And what is our last one? Our last one, Araya?
Touching.
Touching, our hands. Our hands. Your sense of touch helps you learn how things feel.
Is he holding a cat?
Oh, we should raise our hand if we have a question. Yes, he's holding a cat. So those are our 5 senses we went over. And now we're going to do our experiment, guys.
Yay!
Silent cheers, yeah?
Yay!
So we're going to be scientists, we learned, when we do science experiments. Hamilton, what's your question?
I forgot to put my book in the book.
We can do that before we leave. We don't need to worry about that right now. Araya? All right, so we learned last time we did an experiment, we have to be scientists. But today we're going to be double agents. We're going to be scientists and detectives. We're going to be using our 5 senses to try and figure out what's in those bags over there. But that means you need to listen to my instructions. Because if you use one of your senses before I've asked you to use that sense, it's going to give it away. Okay? So everyone needs to listen to my directions. When I hand out these bags, we're not opening them. We're not looking. That is our last sense, is looking. Okay? Shyla?
Why are we going to be detectives and scientists?
Because we're going to be using our 5 senses. We're scientists. Because we're working with science. We're figuring out we're using our 5 senses, so that's the science part of it. We're detectives because we have no idea what's in those bags. So we're trying to figure it out. We're solving the mystery. All right? So let's all stand up. Let's get on our science lab coats like before. Remember, put on your lab coats. We're putting on white ones. White, our big white scientist maybe looks like a doctor, our lab coat. Oh, Elliot's got his. Yeah, he put his on. He's got his scientist pants on. Yeah. What else did we need a scientist to help us? What did we need, Evan?
One of the pockets that are right here.
The pockets. What did we put in our pocket?
Stuff.
What are we going to need in that pocket as a scientist, Ella?
Pencil.
Pencil. Put a pencil in there.
Or a notepad.
And a notepad to take notes. Yep, got our notepad. Everyone make sure your pencil, your notepad's in your pocket. Yeah. Make sure it's in there. Get your pocket, put it in there.
I got a pen.
Very cool, you got your pocket. All right. So we got that on. Now, let's work on our detective gear. As detectives, we're going to need our magnifying glasses, which you might use as a scientist too. And we'll put on that detective hat. Those detective hats. Got a detective hat on. All right, we are ready. We're our detectives. We're our scientists now. So let's sit down. What's your question, Elliot?
These are goggles.
Goggles. That's what I was forgetting. As scientists, we need goggles because sometimes you work with things that could hurt your eyes. So make sure we got our goggles on.
Or it could explode.
Explosions happen in science. I don't think that'll happen today, but you never know. All right, so I need everyone to sit down. I'm going to be passing out the bags. I don't want you to touch your bags. Listen, I'm not sure, Ariana, are you hearing this instruction? It's very important with science. You have to listen to all these instructions or something could go wrong and you could get hurt. Okay? Okay. Yeah. I'll help you. So when we put these on your table, you do not touch them. They're sitting in the middle until I give you your first instruction. They're closed. I don't want them open. I don't want to hear them. I don't want to see your hands on them. John, if we can't listen to these instructions, we're going to stop the experiment. Well, then we should listen to these instructions.
I'm not even touching them.
Oh, we shouldn't really be talking. That wasn't the instruction. What? That's fine. Sit down. No. Leave your axe right here.
You just get them started. I just have a question for you.
Okay, yeah.
Shh. Do you want to get them started first?
No, that's for you. We're not touching our bags.
Okay. Okay, I'll no, that's okay.
Oh, wow. Look at my scientists. They haven't touched their bags. You're very focused. You're listening, scientists. Okay. So I'm going to get mine too. All right, friends. Should be quiet. Should be silent. All right, our first sense. Don't touch the bags. I'm going to walk around because I don't want you guys looking in it. Our first one is our sense of smell. We're going to use our nose. I'm going to walk by with the bag, and I'm going to make sure you're not looking, you're not peeking, and I need you to smell it. And then after everyone smelled it, I'm going to ask you guys to raise your hand and tell me, what did you smell?
Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, I didn't ask you. I didn't see your hand raised. I didn't ask. I want you guys to be thinking about it. Smell it. Using our scientist smells right now, not our eyes, just our nose. Our nose is the only thing we're using. You didn't smell it yet. Smell it. We're smelling it. Just our noses, not our eyes, not our hands, not our ears, not our mouth. Oh, I like how Shiloh's eyes are closed. She's going to make sure. She's really trying to be a scientist and a detective right now with her nose. Only her nose. Her eyes were closed. Oh, Ariana closed. Tom's got his eyes closed. He wants to solve this mystery. Your eyes are closed?
Yeah. But don't look in there. Ah.
All right. So I want to see some hands. What did we smell? You don't need to tell me what it is. Just tell me. Describe the smell. Greg, what kind of smell was that? Like a candy smell? What kind of smell is candy? Use some describing words. I don't. You gotta be a descriptive. Use your scientist. Shemaya.
Smells good.
Smelled good.
Stop it.
John.
The gummy bears with sour on it.
Sour gummy. It smelled like a gummy bear with a sour type thing to it. Araya? You know the smell? No? Peyton? Yellow table? Sour patch kids. Hamilton? Smelled sweet. That is a great description word. Did everyone hear Hamilton? Sweet.
Yes.
Who else thinks it? Raise your hand. Did it smell sweet? Show me with your hand if you thought it smelled sweet. All right, hands down. Nathan, what was your question? What were you gonna say? It smells tasty. That's another word. You want to eat it. Jade.
I know it's inside it.
You know for sure? Did you look at it? No? What's your guess? What's your hypothesis right now?
Gummy worms.
You think it's a gummy worm. Nick?
Sour. They're like sour kids.
Think it's Sour Patch Kid. All right, so that was everyone. What sense did we just use?
Smelling.
Smell. All right, next. Next, I would like you. We're not going to open our bags. It's going to stay closed. Stay closed. We're going to pick up our bag. Closed. We're going to shake it. Listen to it. All right, set it down. Set it down. Not opening it. We're not opening it. We're setting it down closed. We're setting it down closed. We did not use our sense of sight yet. We're going to put it down. Down. All right. We're putting it down, Max, and you're sitting down in your seat. Nick, we're putting the bags down. What did we hear? What did we use for this one? What did we use for the sense? Our ears, our hearing, our ears. And what did we hear, Elliot?
Noise.
Noise? What kind of noise? Here, I'll shake it. I'll shake mine so you can all hear just one instead of all the bags. Ready? Hey, Brooke, what do you think?
I think it sounds like Sour Patch Kids.
I think it sounds like Sour Patch Kids. Lindsay?
Gummies.
Sounds like a gummy. Ella?
Colorful sour gummies.
What for sour gummies? Why are we all on gummy? Why couldn't it be a hard candy? Are hard candies? Do they smell sweet?
Yeah.
What if you think it's gonna? What if it's gum?
Yum.
We don't know what it is, Nick. We're not touching our bags. Does it? What do you think? Does the sound give us anything closer? Why am I just? What do we think of the size? Because we can hear it moving around in there. So we know it's got to be, what kind of size to be moving like that in this bag? Who we heard from yet? Nathan, you're gonna put your bag down. Bridget?
Gone.
You think it's gone? But tell me about the sound. What did we hear? We didn't hear about the sound. Ella?
It kind of sounds like drums.
Like a drum? Sound like a drum to you?
I said drum.
Drum. Sound like a drum. Evan?
It sounded like a candy cane apple.
Candy cane apple?
Yeah.
So you think it's kind of like a medium size maybe?
Small.
Tom?
It sounded like something yummy.
Sounded like something yummy. Was it loud?
Yeah. Not that loud.
Dude, what do we think? Tell me about the size. If it's moving around, this is a little bag. So if it's moving around in here, what kind of size do you think our mystery object is, Connor?
Medium.
You think it's a medium? Lindsay?
Medium.
You think it's medium? Jenna?
Medium.
Medium? Alright. So now we're going to work with another sense. We've done, our first one was? Smell with our nose. Our next one was? Hearing with our ears. And now we're going to do... This one is tricky. Needs to be listening very carefully. We're not going to be looking at it yet because that's going to tell us what it is. Okay? I need your eyes. Let's pick up the bag. Keep it closed. Pick up the bag. Keep it closed. Everyone's facing me so I can make sure it's closed. Without looking in it, we're going to open this flap. We're not going to open the bag. We're just putting the flap off. It's not open. So the flap is up. Not open yet. Like this thing. Like this. So open it. Put it like that. Alright. Now I need everybody's eyes closed. Everyone's eyes are closed. If you peek, you will not get to finish our experiment. Okay? Eyes are closed. Now reach in your bag with your eyes closed. Eyes closed. We're putting our hand in the bag. We're putting our hand in the bag with our eyes closed. Don't take it out. Keep it in the bag. Keep it in the bag. Your hand's in the bag. Feeling it. You're feeling the object with your eyes closed. Eyes are closed. And now, no, our eyes are closed. We're not looking in the bag. And then we're going to take our hand out with our eyes closed. Our hand is out with our eyes closed. Very good. Now we put the bag on the table. We're not looking in it. Shut the top of the bag so that way we're not tempted. Shut the top of the bag. Okay, Nathan, did you feel yours? Okay, now let's hands raised. Tell me, what did we feel? What did we feel? What do we know different now that we felt it? Max?
Gummy.
It was gummy to you, but how did you know it was gummy? What did you feel? What was that feeling? We're not touching our bags. Everyone has touched it, so everyone's hand should be up. You should be able to tell me something. Jaden?
It was like kind of a little bit like
Squishy, that's an excellent way to describe it. I felt squishy too. Who haven't we heard from yet? Nathan?
It looks like a fruit snack.
We're not talking about looks, we're talking about feel. What did we feel with our hands?
Fruit snack.
You felt fruit snack. What was a fruit snack feel like? Is it hard? No. What about size? Can you tell me what you felt with your size? Now that we felt it, we can say a little more about the size. Nick?
Small.
It was small to you? Small.
And it was like soft.
We're not doing the, we're stopping that. If you're doing the, we're stopping. Thank you. Brooke?
Medium.
Medium to you still. What about squishy? Is there another word we could think of to explain that, Greg? with sugar on it? Well, that's another thing. Did you guys feel little sugar on it, or was it smooth? Did you feel sugar, or was it smooth when your hand was in there?
Smooth.
Oh, someone said sugary, someone said smooth. Okay, got a couple one. So our next sense, we're going to need our eyes closed. We only have, what senses do we have? Oh, I didn't tell you to touch the bag yet. What 2 senses do we have left? We've done smell with our nose, hear with our ear, touch with our hand. What could we possibly have left? What 2 could we maybe be doing next, Max? Seeing with our eyes, or what's the other one too?
Taste.
Liliana said taste. All right, since C is going to absolutely tell us what it is, we're going to go with taste next. But no, we're not doing anything yet. I didn't give you the instruction, Mariah. We just put some on, so we'll wait a little bit, okay? So you'll be okay. All right. All right, your instruction now. We're not looking at it. We're opening the flap like before. The flap is open. Our hand is not in the bag yet. The flap is open. Our eyes are closed. The flap is open. With our eyes closed, I want to make sure I see everybody's eyes are closed. Everyone's eyes are closed. Shemaya is using her hand to cover her eyes because she wants to trust she doesn't see it. Now you reach in your bag with your eyes closed. Eyes are closed. You're reaching in the bag. You're pulling it out with your eyes closed. We're not looking at it. We're not looking at it. It's in our hand. Now take a bite out of it. Not looking at it. Take a bite out of it. Put the rest of it in the bag. If you've taken a bite, put the rest of it in the bag. We're not looking. We're just tasting. Keep your eyes closed until I say open them because I want to make sure everyone's in the bag so no one sees it. Yeah. Very good. Okay, I've heard a few yum. Let's raise your hand. What did we taste?
Yum, yum, yum.
What did we taste?
Yummy.
We now know if it's sour or not. Max?
Sour.
Yours is sour? It has the sugar on it? What? Let's see. John?
Tastes like
Gummy? Evan?
Giant Sour Patch Kid.
You said he was a giant. We got giant Sour Patch Kid now. So we're able to explain more of it. Ariana, leave the bag on, okay? We're able to explain more. Jenna? Red table. Yellow table, we're listening still. We're not done. Jenna? Gummy. You guys notice the more senses we use, the more we know about it. The more we know about it, the closer we're getting, the more words we're using. Greg, what did you have to say?
Gummy.
Tasted gummy? Nick?
It's like sour in the inside.
Sour on the inside.
What's this side?
Yeah, elastic sight. Connor?
Gummy.
Gummy. All right, Max?
Chewy.
Chewy. Great description word. Hamilton?
It has a little sour on it.
Little summer and a little gummy bear. You guys have been great detective scientists. You've listened to all your instructions. I'm so proud of you. You guys should be very pleased with yourselves. You did a great job following those directions. Alice patting yourself on the back. You all should. You did a great job with this experiment.
I'm double patting.
Double patting. And so now our last sense, Evan told us, was sight, seeing. So look at it. Go in and look at it. What was it? Raise your hand and tell me, what was it?
I'm thinking.
Oh, let's be quiet. Bridget, what was it?
A gummy bear.
And we can all be positive. Oh, I'll wait till it's quiet. We can't eat these until we finish the discussion. No one is eating these until we finish the discussion. It should be silent. Thomas, silent. Red table, Peyton, silent. Nathan, Now that we've looked at it, we can positively say that it was a gummy bear. And it's a big gummy bear, too. It's a big one, not a little one. They are that size. These ones are big. Big gummy bears. Ella? You haven't what? Giant. That's a great description word. All right, friends. Now you can finish eating your bear. You did a great job. Thank you.
Mine tastes like what? Look at this. Lemonade.
Yours tastes like strawberry.
Mine tastes like orange.
Mine tastes like blueberry.
Mine tastes like strawberry. Mine tastes like sour. Mine tastes like
Blueberry?
He's got like chunks there.
So I'm going to have to break your snack Oh, your bags, friends! Charlotte's got a great question. She's asking what we're doing with our bags. If you want to take it home, you can. Or otherwise, put it in the recycling bin. John, that's going in your backpack or in the recycling bin. And then we're coming back to our seats quickly and quietly, okay? Oh, I'm looking for a quiet table. Wow, very good. And now I'm going to look for the quietest table to go sit on carpet squares. Purple table. Red table. We're sitting quietly on our carpet squares. Blue table. Yellow table. So now you can put something else. I think I was going to put this on there and so I'll post and you put it in your kitchen. I don't know. I mean, last time it was supposed to be 15 to 20 minutes. And I was put like an hour, and I was like, no, you only need like 7 minutes. So I think we should do it. No. All right, Nathan, special person, go tell us what the weather is.
I'm eating my gummy bear. I still want that.
You don't want to finish eating it?
I don't eat it.
Okay, you can. It's okay. You can go look at the weather and then just put it on the board for us. Okay? Go look outside at the weather. Oh, I'm not sure why we're speaking. We're waiting for Nathan to tell us what the weather is today. We should all be sitting in our correct spots.
Let's see that square.